Hi, it's Leslie Zemeckis back with another Write for Success. Today's guest is New York Times bestselling author Lisa Jewell. Lisa is an international bestseller with 18 books and millions of copies sold. I just finished her Invisible Girl, which was an instant New York Times bestseller, and I loved it. It is a page-turner and a thriller, set in London with a cast of quirky characters, a psychologist who might or might not be faithful, a troubled teen who might or might not be in love with the doctor, and the doctor's neighbor who might or might not be an incel. The story is quirky, modern, and delightful. Some of my past guests are big fans of Lisa, including Ruth Ware and Megan Miranda, who says about Invisible Girl, it is a haunting, atmospheric, stay up way too late read, and I couldn't agree more. So here is Lisa with her writing tips. We're coming to the end of our year, which has been great. Thank you for tuning in. And I can promise you some more surprises, more amazing authors next year. In the meantime, remember, stories matter. Yours, hers, his, ours. Happy holidays, and see you next week.
Hi, I'm Lisa Jewell, author of 18 novels, including my latest, Invisible Girl, which is out at the moment. I'm here to share 3 writing tips with you. I've been writing for coming up for 20 years now, well, in fact longer, 25 years, so I've learned some stuff along the way. So I think the first thing I'd like to talk about is expectation management, particularly if you've not written before. I started writing about 5 minutes after deciding that I wanted to write a book. So I didn't have years and years and years of pent up excitement and that sort of fantastical idea of what it might be like to write a book. I just sat down and started writing it. So therefore I was kind of unsurprised by how difficult it was, how challenging it was, and I think this is very important to bear in mind, how incredibly kind of mechanical it can feel sometimes, almost to the point of being boring. Sometimes it's really, really hard to motivate yourself to just get those words down on the page, and sometimes it can feel very much like you are just putting one word in front of another and you don't feel like there's any magic happening, but you have to kind of have faith that even though it doesn't feel magical and it doesn't feel like you're creating something readable and exciting and moving, there's something going on behind those words that is actually creating the thing that you're trying to achieve. So just keep the faith. The other thing that's always interesting to talk about, and I always get asked this at events, is when I meet readers, is am I a plotter or am I a pantser? Pantser being, do you write by the seat of your pants without a plan? And I always used to say I was a pantser. But I think this is also something really important to bear in mind. There's no wrong or right way of doing this. Some people cannot possibly contemplate sitting down to write a 100,000 word novel without having a plan, without having a map, some more detailed than others. Some people just have a loose chapter plan. Some people have a whiteboard full of extensive flowcharts and all sorts of incredibly detailed pre-planning information. And some people don't. And that's not right and it's not wrong. I don't plan at all. I jump straight into my novel, feet first, hold my breath, just hope for the best, hope I'm going to come up breathing at the other end of it. But somebody did say something really helpful to me once at an event, actually, when we were discussing this plotter versus pantser thing. And they said, as far as they're concerned, there are no plotters and no pantsers. She said, all authors plot, some authors just plot directly onto the page. And I think never was a truer word spoken. It really just clarified for me the way I write, that it's not wrong and that I shouldn't have a notebook full of notes and plans, that actually I can plot as I go. Which brings me on to my third piece of advice, which is something I touched on earlier, which is about trusting your instincts, particularly if you are not a planner. I've got to the point now, I'm just about to finish my 19th novel, and I'm getting to that point where, because I'm not a planner, I've built up this narrative, I've put all these things in place, I've got missing people, I've got strange characters lurking around, I've got clues that are being unearthed on a daily basis, and I haven't worked out yet how it's all going to come together. I have two missing people, I don't even know where they are yet, and I'm about 10,000 words from the end of the book. I don't even know if they're dead or alive. And what gets me through the process of writing a book without a plan is trusting my instincts and knowing that I've put things in place, subconsciously maybe, which I can then use when I get to this point in the writing of a book to bring the whole thing to a conclusion. It's all there. I just have to keep my heart open, my mind open, and have faith in myself, trust my instincts, keep going, and just find it in there, because it is all there. It may not be on a whiteboard or in a notepad, but it is in the book. I have plotted it onto the page, and now I just have to work out how the whole thing fits together. Anyway, I hope you found something useful in all of this. We're all different. There's no right way and there's no wrong way. I wish you all the best of luck. Bye.